Okay, yan. So, ulitin ko na mag-record yung 1 to 10 kasi nga kanina hindi pala nag-record. Yan, kasi ang hina ng signal dahil sa ulan. Alright? So, once again, this is Gurography. It's a free lit review hub. You can do mock boards. Pasok lang kayo sa aming GC. Message nyo lang ako to get the link. Um, we have free live, yan, TTHS. And of course, pwede kayong mag-binge watch sa aking YouTube channel. Mag-subscribe na rin kayo, mag-comment na rin kayo and anything else. Yan, para naman sumikat din ang ating Gurography so we can sustain it. Okay, yan. So, puro Gurography yung pangalan ko sa TikTok, sa Blue App, at saka sa FB at saka sa YouTube. Alright, yan. So, flex, flex, flex. Alright, so this is our table of specification dito sa social studies. Okay, so recall round tayo, the mandatory enrollment of citizens for military or civil service in the Philippines. So first pa lang to, conscription ba yan or enlistment? Yeah. And of course, the answer there is, yes, conscription. Okay, so wala tayo. Wala tayong mandatory enrollment, okay, sa 1987 Constitution. Okay, yan. Okay, number 2, the recall round question. What term refers to any object made or modified by humans, especially one of archaeological or historical interest such as tool, weapon, or piece of pottery? Okay, so eco-fact ba yan or artifact? Okay, so in fact, okay, hindi ito yung tanong ko last time, but dinefine ko itong both words na yan. Okay, so tingnan natin kung naiintindihan nyo. And of course, the answer there is artifact. Kasi sabi niya, made by human. Okay? Yan. Ang eco-fact kasi is mga natural. Okay? For example, mga bones, yan. So, pwede na na-modify sila or not. Okay, ganyan. Basta galing sa nature. Okay? So, for example, how do you call that? Seeds, plants, yung mga yan. Na social studies, number 3 tayo. Social studies is a component of which subject in high school? Makabayan ba yan or makabansa? Yan. So, one of the 5 main fields. Okay? And of course, the answer there is makabayan. Alright? Number 4, taxes should be easy, practical, and economical for the government to administer and collect. Okay, so administrative feasibility ba yan or fiscal adequacy? Okay, yan. So, ang tanong ko last time was kung ano yung principle kung saan dapat yung tax na nakokolekt ng government is adequate or enough, okay, para sa gastos ng government. And that is why ang answer noon was fiscal adequacy. Okay, ang answer naman ngayon ay administrative feasibility. Okay, yan. Kasi nga, for example, nito is, di ba, ang ating income tax, hindi, na-deduct na lang, okay, sa ating sahod. Hindi yung magsasahod tayo tapos dadalhin pa natin sa BIR yung ating income tax, okay? Dapat it should be, how do you call that? Practical and economical. All right. Ito naman, when a teacher concludes that all students are cheaters after catching one student cheating, which logical fallacy is being committed? Okay, so hasty generalization ba yan na yellow or gold and then false cause na red? Okay, yan. And sabi niya, one student was cheating. All students must be cheaters, sabi niya. So of course, the answer there is hasty generalization. Okay, generalize mo na nga na lahat ay ganon. Hasty pa, mabilis. Okay? Ibig sabihin, wala kang ebidensya. Okay, yon. Ang false cause naman, ang cause is dahilan. Okay? False is mali. So, maling dahilan. Okay? Usually is hindi pa yan hindi pa yan how do you call that? Hindi pa yan, parang transductive ba? Transductive reasoning. Hindi pa, yung dalawang event na yun, hindi pa yan aligned, okay? For example, nag-exam ka before ng ng umuulan, di ba? Tapos, bumagsak ka. So, sabi mo, bumagsak ako kasi umuulan, yung mga ganon, okay? False cause. Okay, so number one tayo, what does the term emic mean in research? A, outsider's perspective. B, insider's perspective. C, biased interpretation. And D, statistical view. Okay. All right. And for that, okay, the answer there is insiders. Okay, yan. So, emic, okay, is insider's perspective. Okay. All right, stock knowledge to. Okay, so because the amic approach, okay, is ibig sabihin na sa insider ka. Okay, na insider's view ang ginagamit. So what is the primary research method used in the amic approach to understand a culture from the insider's perspective? Yan, sa surveys and questionnaires ba yan or participant observation? And of course, ang sagot natin dyan ay participant observation. Kasi nga sabi niya insider's perspective. Okay? So pag andun ka na sa loob, okay, it is best for you to do participant observation. Okay, yan. Para nakikita mo sila dahil nakikita mo na sila sa natural setting. So mag-observe ka na lang, okay? Bakit kailangan pang mag-surveys and questionnaires kung andun ka na, di ba? So, kumbaga, unsaturated na yung, yung makikita mo doon. Okay? And unadulterated. Unadulterated yung makikita mo doon. Okay, number two, marriage within one's own group is called a exogamy, B, endogamy, C, monogamy, and D, polygamy. Again, number two, marriage within one's own group is called a exogamy, B, endogamy, C, monogamy, and D, polygamy. All right, and the answer here is, of course, inside is endo. Okay, endor. Asan ba yung inside? Sa endor ba? Yan, sa loob. Okay, that's endogamy. Alright, kasi ang monogamy ay isa lang yung asawa mo, polygamy madami, and exogamy of course is outside. Yan. So yun lang naman yung ano. So if you want to read more, linagay ko lang dyan. Basta endogamy is indoor, inside. Okay? And then, exogamy, exit, lumabas ka, okay? Lumabas ka sa sarili mong social group, class, or ethnic group at mag-asawa doon. Alright, number three, the concept of cultural lag occurs when A, technology changes faster than culture, B, culture changes faster than technology, C, people resist modernization, and D, traditions disappear instantly. Okay, so again, the concept of cultural lag occurs when A, technology changes faster than culture, B, culture changes faster than technology, C, people resist modernization, D, traditions disappear instantly. Okay. All right. And the answer here is A, technology changes faster than culture. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng cultural lag kasi hindi nakakahabol yung culture. Kasi alam naman natin yung, okay, L for L, okay, lag or late. Okay, so cultural lag, nalilate yung culture, okay, na humabol, okay, sa technology. Okay, so ano ba yung example niyan? Sabi niya, yung social media grows quickly. Ang bilis nung pag ano ng, kahit sabihin mo, ang bilis ng mga changes sa social media or kung ano yung nakikita sa social media, okay? Pero kaya ginagamit yan halimbawa sa pagbabash, yung mga ganon. Pero yung mga privacy laws natin ay naglalag behind yan. Kaya maraming how do you call that? Maraming problemang nangyayari, okay? Another one, ang pinakamaganda siguro nito is yung time na nagkakaroon ng bullying, online bullying, 'di ba? And walang sa US and then walang magagawa kasi walang maayos na law, okay, against online bullying before, okay? And lumalabas din po yung concept niyan na cultural divide. So alam naman natin 'yan. Pag divide, may political divide. Okay, pag nakita nyo yung blank tapos divide, ibig sabihin may difference. Okay, D for D. Okay, yan. So sabi niya, ano ba yung example niya? When different groups adapt unevenly to change. Okay, one accepts it and then the other resists. Okay, parang gano'n. So, for example, yung mga boomer ngayon, okay, so mas nahihirapan, I'm not saying na lahat but mas nahihirapan yung mga boomer, okay, for example, na mag-adjust sa nangyayari ngayon, okay, especially nasa generation alpha na tayo. Okay, so, uh, yeah, that's it. All right. Okay, nag-isip pa talaga ako. Number four, which anthropologist studied adolescence in Samoa? A. Margaret Mead, B. Franz Boas, C. Ruth Benedict, and D. Bonislaw Malinowski. Okay, so again, which anthropologist studied adolescence in Samoa? A. Margaret Mead, B. Franz Boas, C. Ruth Benedict, and D. Bonislaw Malinowski. Alright, and the answer there is Margaret Mead. Okay, yan yung coming of age in Samoa. Okay, so ini-study niya kung paano yung mga adolescents dun sa Samoa in comparison doon sa mga adolescents doon sa Western. Okay, and then nakikita niya na mas relax. Okay, yung mga adolescents doon sa Samoa. Okay, in comparison sa Western counterpart nila, ganon. So, maybe, tapos sabi niya, it is because yung ano din, yung culture din doon is relax, yung mga ganon, walang masyadong pressure doon sa Samoa. Okay, so sabi niya, that is why talaga, ang how do you call that, kung ano man yung nangyayari, okay, sa puberty, okay, is not all about genetics, okay, ang laki ng impact ng culture doon, parang ganon, okay, so for example lang ha, halimbawa, sa tingin natin halimbawa lang, I'm not saying na ano, halimbawa, yung, how do you call that, yung matigas yung ulo, okay, ng ng teenagers, parang ganun. Sobrang tigas ng ulo, sumasagot sa mga ganyan, 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 sa mga parents, ganyan. So, we may think na normal lang yon, di ba? Pero, it could be affected by culture. Okay? For example, sa US, sabi niya, halimbawa, alam kasi nung mga ng mga bata sa US na they are protected by calling 911, di ba? So, ay nako, ganyan. Hindi mo ako pwedeng paluin, yung mga ganyan. Okay. Okay, so Franz Boas, yan, so na-discuss na natin to, father of American anthropology. Okay, so natanong natin to sa DX part 4. Okay, so pioneer niya yung cultural relativism. Okay, at saka yung historical particularism. Okay, yan. Si Bronislaw Malinowski, alam naman natin, siya yung nag-develop. Okay, he didn't coin it, but developed the concept of participant observation. Kasi siya, kaya nga siya, at saka siya yung father of field research kasi yung work niya doon sa mga sa tribe sa Trobriand. Tama ba yung pronounce ko? Yan, yung Ruth Benedict hindi masyado lumalabas but yung sa kanya is yung patterns of culture theory, okay? Wherein tinitingnan yung relationship ng culture at saka personality ng isang tao. Okay, so number 5, rite of passage refers to a celebration of festivals, B, transition between social stages, C, political ritual, and D, economic activity. So again, rite of passage refers to A, celebration of festivals, B, transition between social stages, C, political ritual, and D, economic activity. All right? And the answer there is transition between social stages. Okay, yan. So, yung social stages could be social status. Okay, for example, from single to married, okay, civilian to, how do you call that? To military, okay, yung mga ganon, okay, social status, okay, pwedeng from rags to riches, di ba yan, and life stages, meaning, for example, uh, coming to age, parang ganon, di ba, uh, from boyhood, okay, to adolescence, parang ganon, alright. Okay, so in cultural anthropology, the rite of passage is also known as the Anglicization of rite de passage. Okay, dapat may A yan na French term innovated. A French term innovated by an ethnographer in historic Le Rite de Passage. Sino yan? Sabi niya. So, Arnold van Gennep ba yan or Arnold Bas Gennep? Okay. So, I hope nakuha niyo yung joke ko. Ang sagot niyan dyan ay si Arnold van Gennep. Okay, yan. Okay. Number 6, which of the following is a cultural universal? Okay. A language be tattoo design, seafood recipe, and the fashion style. Okay, so ulitin natin number 6, which of the following is a cultural universal? A language be tattoo design, seafood recipe, and the fashion style. And the answer there is, okay, alright, is language. Kasi alam natin, universal. Okay? Parang lagi nating sinasabi, human right is universal kasi lahat nun ay meron dahil tao ka. Just because you are tao. Okay, so cultural universal, ibig sabihin, ito yung culture, okay, na lahat, okay, Pinoy ka man, whatever ka man, lahat ay meron kayo. Okay, yan. Or pare-parehas kayo. Okay, so of course, ang sagot niyan ay language. Okay? So, lahat tayo may language. Okay? May it be spoken or non-spoken. Okay? That we use to communicate. Of course, yung tattoo design, even tattoo itself or tattoo itself is hindi universal. Okay? May mga ano na ayaw nila. Okay? Na may tattoo. At least ngayon sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, more accepting tayo. Alright, food recipe, yan, iba-iba naman tayo, of course. Okay, and fashion style, okay. Although may trending na sinasabi natin, pero meron at meron pa rin, okay? For example, sa Korea, makulay yung hair, mga ganun. Mahilig sila mga glass skin, mga ganun. So tayo, hindi masyado, tame-tame lang. Or kung okay man tayo sa kulay, hindi ganun, hindi masyado magkapareho doon, right? Number 7, which of the following is not a characteristic of culture? A learned, be shared, see genetic, and the dynamic. Ulitin natin, which of the following is not a characteristic of culture? A learned, be shared, see genetic, and the dynamic. Yan. So, ang laki-laki na nung not dyan. And the answer there is genetic. Tama. Okay. Tama kayo doon. Kaya na-memorize ko lahat kayo tama. Okay? Kasi nga, something that we learn. Okay? Hindi yun dahil, halimbawa, Amerikano ka, ay ang magiging culture, automatic ang culture mo ay Americanized din. Okay? Kasi, depende yan kung saan ka lumaki. 'Di ba? Kasi nga nale-learn mo 'yon. And of course, shared, we share it. And dynamic, yes, meaning it is alive and changing, 'di ba? Yan. So, tama naman, 'di ba? Hindi, may mga culture na pwedeng naalis na and hindi na masyado na practice ngayon or pwede may mga culture pa nga na extinct. Acculturation is best defined as A. Learning one's native culture, B. Adapting elements of another culture through contact, C. Losing one's cultural identity, and D. Rejecting other cultures completely. And of course, ang sagot niyan ay letter B, okay? Adopting elements or traits of another culture through contact. Tapos, how do you call that? You maintain your uniqueness. Parang gano'n. Okay, yung letter A na learning one's native culture is enculturation. Losing one's cultural identity, it's not accommodation, it is assimilation. Okay, ang accommodation is, hinahayaan mo lang yung iba na mag-practice sila ng own culture nila. Okay, yan. And rejecting other cultures completely kasi feeling mo mataas ka, that is ethnocentrism. Okay. Number 9, in classical Athens, who emphasized the individual's attainment of excellence through rhetoric, grammar, music, and mathematics. Okay, A. Plato, B. The Sophist, C. Socrates, and D. Aristotle. And of course, our answer there is the sophist. Okay, so sino nga ba yung mga sophist? Okay, so sila yung mga bayarang teachers. Okay, and they really did, okay, teach rhetoric, okay, which is the art of persuasion. Na pag-usapan na natin yan. Okay, and yun nga, yung mga math, yung mga ganon. Kasi nga, yung mga estudyante nila, they are preparing them for public life. Okay, pwede silang maging politicians, yung mga ganon. Okay, so sophist, okay, S, kasi marami sila, and yung pinakasikat niyan ay si Protagoras. Okay, so sabi niya, Sophist comes from the Greek word Sophia, meaning wisdom. Okay, yan. So, ano sila? They were ridiculed. Okay, kasi nga, mahal yung bayad sa kanila, ganyan. And more, sabi nga nila, yung tinuturo nila is more on worldly. Okay, and materialistic. Okay, so compared to Plato, kasi kinikriticize ni Plato, kasi si Plato, more siya on ideal forms. Okay, hindi worldly, churva-churva. Okay, yan. Alright? And hindi materialistic. Okay, si Socrates, alam na natin, nasa questioning siya and self-examination as well. And Aristotle, yan, more on theoretical understanding. Okay, not rhetoric. Okay. And then, attainment of excellence, ito yung tawag ni sa arete. Arete. Alright, number 10, or maybe arete. Number 10, which statement of Filipino revolts against Spain is correct? A, no revolt was suppressed by the Spaniards. B, some revolts were caused by personal reasons. C, there was only one reason for the revolt, so that of oppressive taxation. And D, the Spaniards, without assistance from the natives, quelled those revolts. Okay, so may nagkamali dito, but it's fine. All right, so the answer there is letter B. Okay, so some revolts were caused by personal reasons. Tama po yon. Okay, kasi nga, yung Dagohoy Revolt, di ba, yung hindi pinayagan yung kapatid niya na bigyan ng ano, ng, how do you call that? Ng basbas ng Catholic nung namatay siya, namatay pa man din siya, doing his duty as a Christian. Yan, so nagalit siya, right? By the way, yung Dagohoy Revolt, that's the longest revolt. Okay, so may sumagot kasi dito na letter C, na there was only one reason for the revolts, that of oppressive taxation. Mali po yun, kasi meron ding polo e servicio, di ba, yung forced labor, di ba, yung mga other abuse of friars, di ba, yung mga ganon. Alright, so letter A, mali po yun, kasi halos lahat were suppressed by the Spaniards. So, mahirap man or hindi, pero still, okay, may mga nasuppress siya, okay? Alright, letter D, the Spaniards without assistance from the natives quelled this revolts. Mali, kasi maraming traitor, and I want to, emphasize talaga. Okay, ito kasi yung masyado, so, basahin nyo na yan, okay? Pero ito yung mas lumalabas, si Teodoro Patino, okay? So, siya yung nag-reveal about sa Katipunan, okay? Sabi nga nila, very banal yung kanyang reason kung bakit niya ipinagkanulo yung Katipunan. Okay? Over lang, a 2 peso pay daw. Nag-away daw sila ni Apollonia. Yan. And of course, Pedro Paterno, okay, is known as the #1 balimbing. Okay, yan. So, siya yung nag-broker dun sa pack of biak na bato, okay, between Rivera and Emilio Aguinaldo. So, paano siya? Ganun siya, pa-switch siya. Alright, switch. Okay, yan. Na-pronounce ko. Ayan, okay, so idudugtong natin to sa number 11. Okay, so thank you. Number 11, which does not happen during a recession or a depression. Okay, A, production slows down. B, total spending drops. C, people lose their jobs. And D, business rate bigger profits. Okay, number 11, which one does not happen during a recession or a depression? A, production slows down. B, total spending drops. C, people lose their jobs. And the business rate profits. Okay. Does not happen. Sabi niya. So, imagine nyo, pag recession, pag depression, yan, marami bang pera ang mga tao nun? Sige. Okay, yan. Kaya dapat, sabi ilang beses kong sinabi, pag sa exam, bilugan nyo na yung mga not, mga ganon. Okay? Except yung mga ganon. Okay? Kasi talagang nakakawindang talaga. Alright? And the answer there is letter D. Okay, yan. Okay. Kasi puro, pag recession, di ba? Yan, or pag recession, that is, nagdi-dip yung economy, okay? Depression, talagang bagsak na bagsak yung economy. Kaya ang mangyayari talaga, lahat to, production slows down kasi unang-una walang pera ang mga tao. Okay? And that is why yung total spending nag-drop din kasi walang ang pera ang mga tao, walang trabaho yan, loop na yan, di ba? People lose their job. So, etong ABC, nagiging loop na siya. Okay? Alright, number 12, the family into which one is born is called the A, family of orientation, B, family of procreation, C, nuclear family, and the extended family. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, the family into which one is born is called the A, family of orientation, B, family of procreation, C, nuclear family, and the extended family. Okay, ano bang ang lakas kasi ng ulan, guys, kaya ano, tawag doon, nahihahangin-hangin yung ating wifi. But don't worry, okay, lilipat na ako ng aking bayan. Okay, so baka mas malakas ang ating internet doon. Alright? Okay, so the answer there is tama, family of orientation. Okay, yan, family of orientation. Okay, so pagpipilian lang natin, okay, sa concept na to is A and B, okay? Kasi yung nuclear family, ito yung ah, ano, um, ano lang, mother, father, and mga siblings. Okay, an extended family, kasama na lahat yan, lola, and everybody else. Okay, so let's see. Dan following mom ko. Oh, thank you. Yan. So, may daily Macboards tayo. So, mag-message lang kayo sa Blue App. Okay, that starts with letter F na social, papasok po kayo sa GC. Okay, so ito, family of orientation. Sabi ko nga, the family that you are born and raised in. Okay, sino yung mga member? Parents and siblings. Okay, yan. Ano yung role mo? You are the child. Okay, yan. Kasi nga doon ka ipinanganak. Alright. Family of procreation. Okay. Sino yung mga members? Spouse and children. Okay. And what is it? Okay. The family you form through marriage or partnership. Okay. So, ano ka doon? O, di ikaw yung mama at papa. Okay. Yan. So, pag family of procreation, ikaw yung either mother or father. Pero pag family of orientation, ikaw yung anak. Okay. Yan. Stock knowledge tayo. Okay, in studying family structures, a sociologist classifies Anna and Mark's household. Okay, composed of the couple and their children as an example of which family type that focuses on the continuation of lineage and cultural transmission. Okay, kung maka-lineage naman ako. Okay, red ba yan na family of orientation or blue na family of procreation? Okay, so tingnan lang natin, okay, kung naintindihan nyo. Okay, yung ating sinasabi kanina, yung ating inexplain na family of procreation and family of orientation. Parang naggutom ata, Kels. Okay, so i-ano natin yung i-relive natin yung first 10 bukas ha. Yan. Okay, blue ba yan or red? Okay, tama. Procreation, sabi sa Team Kalipula ko, tama. It is family of procreation. Kasi ang sinasabi nga niya dito is Anna and Mark. Okay, sila na mag-asawa. Okay, good job. Number 13, which does not hold true to Philippine society in results time. Dapat yan, okay, not held. Okay, A, the nation was drafted for manual labor. B, elite class exploited the masses. C, the Spaniards earned the respect of the Indios, and these Spaniards exacted all forms of taxes and tributes. Yan. So again, which does not hold true to Philippine society in results time. Sabi niya, A, the nation was drafted for manual labor. B, elite class exploited the masses. C, the Spaniards earned the respect of the Indios. And letter D, Spaniards exacted all forms of taxes and tributes. Okay, yan. So, ano yung hindi totoo? Sabi niya. So, halimbawa yung mga ganyan na napaka-wordy, pwede yung itagalog na lang para mas, 'di ba? Parang kung mas magaling kayo sa Tagalog. Okay, yan. So, ano yung hindi totoo dito? Sabi niya. And the answer there, tama kayong lahat. Okay, is letter C. The Spaniards earn the respect of the Indios. Hindi totoo yan. Kaya nga ang dami nating revolution, di ba? Kasi nga abusado sila. Okay. So, totoo yung that nation was drafted for manual labor. Sige nga po, totoo yun. Kasi ano nga yung ano nila doon? Yung sa labor? Sige nga po, gasgas na rin po yon. Sige po, starts with letter P. Tama. Okay, yes, it's Polo E. Servisyo. Okay, ito naman. Sino yung mga elite class noon? Sige, sige. Sino yung mga elite class noon na nag-exploit sa masses? Mhm. Aside sa mga ano ha, sa mga ano na ano, na mayayaman. Okay? Sino yung mga elite classes? Tama. Okay, it is Principalia. Okay. Ito naman, ano naman yung mga taxes? Ano naman yung mga taxes na ini-impose noon? Ano yung tawag doon? Narinig niyo ba yung buruk? Gutom yarn. Tama. Ang gagaling nyo. Okay, yes. Tama. Tribute to. Tama. Number 14, the four factors of production include capital, land, labor, and okay, A, management, B, entrepreneurship. Nahirapan ako mag-pronounce doon. C, technology, and D, industry. Okay. Alright. Number 14, the four factors of production. Ilagay po natin yung number. Okay. Include capital, land, labor, and A, management, B, entrepreneurship, C, technology, and D, industry. Alright. Okay, so hanggang 15 lang po yung ating pa-free ha. Yan. Kasi this is social science majorship. So, it's 299 lang. May quiz na kayo, may PDF kayo. Ayan, ang daming pa nating ano, yan. Ang daming sessions pa to. Alright, and of course, the answer there is letter B. Tama. Kasi ano yung four factors of production? That's sell. Okay, yan. Okay, so capital, entrepreneurship, land, and labor. Kahit hindi explain, okay, yes, we can surmise, okay? It's self-explanatory. Ang tanong ko lang, ang money ba ay capital? Sige nga po. Yes or no? Ang money ba ay capital? Yes or no lang tayo. Mhm. Yes. Okay. All right. So contrary to what we know, okay. So ang capital kasi ito yung mga man-made tools and equipment, okay, na ginagamit para makapag-produce ng product, okay? Man-made tools, for example, machine, computer, vehicle, yung pan mo, halimbawa sa bahay, kung magluluto ka ng kakanin, di ba? So, capital mo na yon, okay? Yung ref mo, pwede mong maging capital yon. Okay, yung money is not a capital, okay? Yun yun kasi yung ano natin, magkano yung capital mo diyan? Kasi nga ginagamit natin yung money to buy to buy capital, okay? Yan. So pag ano, pag feel mo magaling-galingan, uy magkano yung capital mo diyan? Ano magkano? Money is not a capital, char. Okay, number 15, the last one. Okay, so yung mga, feeling ko may mga bagong pumapasok dito. Yan. So, ang Grography po, it's a free lit review hub. Okay, so pwede po kayong mag-backboard, mag-message lang po kayo, papasok kayo sa GC. Although naka-post naman po sa ating, sa Blue App. Okay, may mga ma'am, ano yung Blue App? Okay, yun yung dun yung starts with F. Alam nyo na yan. Okay, mukha at saka libro. Okay, Englishin nyo na yan. Okay, and then meron po tayong YT channel. Okay, so marami na po. I started last August ba yon? Yan? Or July. Okay, yan. So, marami na po tayong na-post, okay? Last July 2025. Yun. So, marami na tayong mga videos and then marami na rin nag-testament na maraming lumabas, okay, from our videos. Kasi nga may mga actual question, videos ako ng mga actual questions. Okay, yan. And that is it. That is it. All right. So, in what way does the executive of the nation have a legislative power? A, enforces the laws. B, exercises general provision over all municipal, provincial, and city governments. C, approves or vetoes the bill passed by Congress. And D, suspends of the writ of habeas corpus. Oh, okay. Alright. So, madami sa inyo ay lumigwak sa letter B. Ay sa number 15. Okay. Okay. Congrats, Team Kalipulako. Okay, nakuha nyo yan. Alright. So, the answer there is letter C. Okay. Kasi, okay. So, ganito yan ha. Yung executive, yung president, porque siya yung executive, it does not mean na puro executive yung niya. Okay. So, if babasahin nyo, meron talaga siyang power, executive, legislative, at saka even judiciary. Okay, yan. And dahil naghahanap tayo ng legislative, the answer there is approves or vetoes the bill passed by Congress. Okay, mamaya explain ko dito. Okay, yan. Okay, yung sumagot na letter B, maraming sumagot sa letter B. This is executive supervision. Okay, ito yung yung uh, sinusupervise niya yung mga municipal, province, and city governments. Okay, yan. And letter A, of course, that is very, very executive na. Okay, ito yung suspense of the writ of habeas corpus. Okay, it's called emergency executive power. Kasi usually, ito yung sa martial law, di ba? Yan, usually, sa martial law, yung nasa-suspend yung writ of habeas corpus, and that is why it's called emergency executive power. Okay. So, ito, i-explain ko lang bago kayo umalis. Okay, yan, yung mga free. Okay, so ito yung mga legislative power niya. Okay, veto power. Okay, yan, yung, ito, iligay ko na rin yan, general and line item. In-explain ko na yan dati, okay? Ano pa, yung isang legislative power niya, power to call special sessions of Congress. Okay, kumbaga is, kahit pa paano, di ba, kahit may checks and balances, okay, or a balance of power, di ba? Nananaig pa rin talaga yung president kasi nga meron pa rin siyang say, okay? Marami pa rin siyang say sa over legislative branch, okay? And then of course yung budgetary power, okay? Yan. So siya 'di ba, yung nagpre-prepare dun sa national budget. Kaya nga nag-aaway-away sila ngayon kasi hindi inapprove yung yung fund ng yan. Okay, yan, hindi in-approve ng ating presidente yung confidential fund. Okay, yan. Okay, so thank you so much. Yan, so Team Kalipula ako, dito na po tayo sa alright? Is insertions. Tama, nag-insert yung mga mga Senate. Alright, so thank you and pasok na pa tayo sa sa team sa Zoom, guys. Alright? Yan. Okay. So, kahit hindi kayo mag-enroll sa akin, guys, okay lang. Okay? Every Saturday, Soksay tayo. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Number 16, which river is claimed to be a commercially important artery flowing through Manila? Okay, ano nangyari? Ano ba yan? Teka. Alright. A, Apalit River ba yan? B, Pasig River. C, Agno River. And D, Marikina River. Okay, so again, which river is claimed to be a commercially important artery flowing through Manila? A, Apalit River. B, Pasig River. C, Agno River. And D, Marikina River. Bakit maliit yung letter D doon? Kasi sumakit yung ulo ko. Okay? Yan. Asa na si Sir Vincent?